Welcome back to another episode of our FC 26 career mode here with Bolton Wanderers. It is episode number 53 as we go into a crucial Champions League round of 16 second leg tie against Borussia Dortmund. We're 3-1 from the first leg on aggregate, 3-1 up. But we know the tie is not over. Dortmund are the top side, as you know. And if we give them a sniff in this game, they're well capable of taking advantage and turning the tie around. We have to go into this game fully prepared. We've also got the Carabao Cup finals against Newcastle, I believe. I've had to humble the likes of Van Bommel there, as well as Valentin Gomez, just because if I should have praised them, they would have gone into complacent mode going into two crucial games for us, and I wasn't willing to do that. We might also have Liverpool to face in the league in today's episode. Yes, we have West Ham, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Some tough games, some tough games, but we will focus on our first one here. Like I said, Champions League, round of 16, second leg tie. The first leg, we had a snowy condition, and the second leg, it's a rainy condition. They never tried to make it easier for us, but we cannot use the weather condition as an excuse today. Come on, the Trotters. I tell you what though, as a neutral fan, you cannot help but admire the way Borussia Dortmund are run as a football club. But then again, if you're a Dortmund fan, you could say maybe the club could have done enough to keep some of their best players together in the last few seasons and build on that to compete with Bayern Munich. That's easier said than done, of course. Bayern Munich are a powerhouse of a football club, especially competing against other teams in Germany who doesn't quite have that financial power as they do. But I mean, Leverkusen have shown that if you build a good enough squad and you improve on one or two positions, you have got a very good coach, you could go and win the league in the Bundesliga. The last time Dortmund won the league would have been 2011, I want to say, with Jurgen Klopp. They've got Bellingham and Mecha in midfield. Estavao leading the line for them, which is a bit of a surprise. But I suppose with the injury to Hugo Ekitike, they had to find a way to replace the big man up front. They've gone for Estavao, and Hutchinson is come into the team to play from the right-hand side. But here is Rafael Leao quite early into the game. That's one of the players we have to watch out for today. He's a tricky opponent. He's got pace. That's not a very good clearance from Charlie Hughes. It's Joe Bellingham back to Leao. Leao tries to square that one into the box. And it's an early corner here. You could see the intention from Dortmund. They want to get that first goal. They want to get the early goal to put pressure on us. Oh, that's comfortable into the hands of the goalkeeper, Owen Gutman in goal. It's been one of those games where Dortmund have looked by far the better team in this opening 35 minutes. Not a clear-cut chance as of yet, but out wide to Hutchinson. He finds Nelson, the wing-back, and Mecha squares it to Ben. Oh my God, to Joe Bellingham there. I mean, that's the two midfielders in the box combined, and by the way, that's Dortmund, two centre midfielders there, which is fascinating to see. The amount of players they had on the box there, and so many bodies committed to that one. And fantastic combination. And Dortmund get the first goal. That puts us under a little bit of pressure now. We still have the goal advantage, of course. You want to score a goal, don't you? You want to score a goal to ease that pressure a little bit. The longer this game carries on, off at the top, the slippery surface. Oh, just meant Nelson Viper couldn't get there. If that was a dry condition, he could have got to that one. But the rainy surface just makes the surface much more quicker, doesn't it? Tell you what, the longer this game carries on, if Dortmund gets a goal right now, that puts whole lots of pressure on us. That's excellent defending there from Collins to find Bungard. Bungard plays in a very good ball. Referee's pointed to the penalty spot as well. It's Vladimir Anton, the centre-back, tried to go for the slide tackle there. But that is a penalty all day. He couldn't get to the ball. He had to take out the big number 9 Nelson Viper, who is going to step up from the penalty spot for us. It's a pressure penalty here. Come on, Nelson Viper! Cheeky little Penanka down the middle. And he puts us leveled and 4-2 on aggregate. 75-minute play and 15 minutes to go. Surely we will be able to hang on now. I mean, as long as we do not concede 2 goals from here, we are going to go through to the next round. What a penalty though. And that's the confidence of that man right now. There's only few players in the world, pressure penalty like that will go with the Penanka down the middle. And that is the end of the game. Bolton Wanderers progresses to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It was a really tough game. Dortmund had that very good build-up play in the first half that led to their goal, but they kept loads of the ball after that, but couldn't do much to trouble us. And as a result of that, we did enough to get the equaliser. And looking at some of the other round of 16 ties, then as you know, we go through to the next round, to the quarterfinals. Manchester City do the same, 5-3 on aggregate against Juventus. PSG progresses to the next round, winning on both legs against Leverkusen. And Bayern Munich also progresses to the next round. 1-0 victory on both legs for Bayern there. Comfortable for them, you would think. Liverpool go through to the next round. So is Atletico Madrid, Barcelona as well, going past AC Milan. Dynamo Kiev did go on to win the second leg, but Arsenal got the job done in that first leg of their Champions League tie. And they go through to the next one. We've got to quickly turn our attention here though to our next game, which is the Carabao Cup finals. It is against Newcastle at Wembley. Our first opportunity, tactical breach going into the finals. That is not good, but of course, it is an opportunity to win the first silverware available this season. I mean, we won the Community Shield and we played the finals of the Super Cup, which we lost to Barcelona, but I do not count that as trophies. As I said, glorified friendlies. In my opinion, those games, this is the first chance to win the first silverware of the season. It is another rainy condition though, which is unfortunate, but come on the Trotters. Well, with Newcastle United sending in spies with binoculars to watch our training sessions before the Carabao Cup finals, we're waiting to see if the FA are going to take any action and that. We've saw teams like Southampton do it in real life and paid heavily for it. Will Newcastle face the same fate here? I'm only joking, of course. But how else are you going to have a tactical breach going into the Carabao Cup finals like that, other than spies being sent? I very much doubt it's someone from our team that would lead our tactical approach going into this game. Newcastle have gone strong here. They've gone with Elanga. He's not started too many games against us in the past. John Duran and Wisa up front again. They've got Tonali and Guimaraes in midfield. For us, we've got Simons and Joao Simoes and Rodriguez, our 3 midfielders in the team. Nelson Viper starts up front for us. I mean, a couple of players on the bench that you could say we could have started in a cup final like this. But then again, I could counter that with saying these are the players that have got us to the point where we have an opportunity to win a trophy, the first one available this season. Why not have that faith, that confidence in them to go and get the job done in the finals? I mean, we got to this position last season, didn't we? Only to lose to Liverpool in the finals. I'm hoping the disappointment from that game, the experience from that game as well, we would have learnt a lot going into this one. That is a fantastic... Was that a nutmeg, by the way? Thierry Small just couldn't get there. We've dominated all of the ball in this opening 23 minute, you know. Newcastle are yet to trouble us at all. They're quite happy with us putting the pressure on them. Oh, Simoj, he gets there, but only straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, who goes long immediately. But Newcastle retain possession here. Back to Anthony Elanga. He's got pace. We cannot allow him to run the way around. Excellent defending there from Thierry Small. Simoes finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez out wide to Taylor. Taylor hits the byline. Oh, not too many bodies in the box to try and cross that one, but still in possession. Wait a second. Oh, just couldn't find our final pass. And once again, Newcastle go long. We've dominated this first half, man. possession-wise. We've had about easily 65% possession in this game. Oh, that is the skipper there, Xavier Simons. We know he's got the ability to score from those range. Long shot-wise, he's by far the best we've got in this team. But on that occasion, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. I mean, if the second half goes exactly how this first half have gone, I'm more and more confident that we will go on to win this game in the second half. Newcastle was non-existent, to be fair. Look at that, 64% possession, 3 shots. Not too many clear-cut chances created, of course. But it was all about that possession for us in the first half, which it's not quite the same in the second half. Newcastle have been much better in the second half, especially keeping hold of the ball, but still not too many clear-cut chances created. And that was the first one. Nelson Viper should be scoring from that. Fantastic pass to find him in the box. He should be doing much better there, son, given the sort of form that he's been in right now. But he's one of those players that even when he's having his off days, he still manages to be in the right place at the right time. And you cannot criticize him for that, really. Lloyd Yandel coming close as well. The chances are beginning to come now. Come on, lads. I'm not quite sure why Bolton Wanderers have been brought on to play as the left winger for Newcastle. That's a strange substitution. That's an awful mistake, Juan Pisa. Just couldn't compose himself in the box there. What a chance for Newcastle that was. Come on, lads. 82-minute play. Newcastle are looking like the team more likely to get that first goal, and if they do, it's game over. What a save from McGill in goal. Our second choice goalkeeper, we trusted him in the finals, and he's not let us down. What a fantastic save that was. Rodriguez waiting for the support of Thierry Small. Back to Rodriguez again. Joao Simoes. That's the overlapping run now from Simoes. Puts the cross into the box. Oh. This one is going to finish 0-0 and into extra time, isn't it? Unless Newcastle can conjure something here. Last kick of the game, potentially 1 minute to stoppage time. I'm not sure why Weezer decided to go back there. That was a fantastic through ball to the player. But this one will be going into extra time. It's been a tough cup final, you know. It's been really, really tough final. Completely opposite to the last season's one when it was a goal fest against Liverpool. I think we ended up losing that game 3-2 or 4-3 maybe. There was a lot of goals in that one. Oh, awful mistake here from Newcastle. Lloyd Yandel plays in. Simoes gets in. The January signing from Sporting Lisbon. Oh my goodness, and that is why when you have the opportunity to bring in a player in January, do not say that January is not a window for signing players. Of course it is. Joao Simoes, what a finish to put us 1-0 here in extra time. Oh wow, first time finish as well. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. 99th minute, the Portuguese puts us in front. I tell you what a game it's been, man. It's not the flashiest of game you'll ever see over the top. It's gonna keep it alive, but the pass was a little bit too heavy. Oh, it's been cleared. That was goal bound. Nelson Viper, the shots blocked. We're doing everything possible there to try and get that second goal. And game over. But it wasn't to be. There's still the second half of extra time to play. Can we hang on and secure the first trophy of this season? We've made loads of changes in this extra time. Oh yes, and that is it. I wasn't even paying attention to the time there. I thought maybe there was a little bit more time left, but it was just the 1 minute to stoppage time. Joao Simoes with the winner in the 99th minute. And we have done it. That means we've won every trophy available to us to win in England. That is the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League. If you want to add the Community Shield to that, feel free to do so. We've won every single piece of silverware available to win in England. The only thing missing right now is to win the Champions League. We've won the Europa League last season. We have won a trophy in Europe as well. The only big trophy missing right now, it is the Champions League, and we're still in that competition. But less focused on that right now. We will take our time and celebrate winning the first trophy available for the season, the Carabao Cup. Bolton Wanderers victors, 1-0 victory against Newcastle in what was a really tough game for us. With one trophy in the bag, it's 2 more to go. The FA Cup, which we have got West Ham up next in the quarterfinals, as well as the Champions League. We are still in that competition, of course, after knocking out Borussia Dortmund. Oh, it's Manchester City that we are facing next in the Champions League. Can't you believe it? We need to see that draw, though, for the rest of the other teams. That is incredible. Of all teams we could have faced, it is Manchester City. I tell you what, though, that might not be such a bad idea. The fact that we have played them so many times, we know a lot about them. Maybe we might be better equipped to face Manchester City compared to maybe PSG again, who we have lost to in the past, or Barcelona again, who we have lost to in the past. But it's PSG facing Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, and we face Manchester City. That's going to be a good tie. That's going to be a really good tie. But we've got 13 days rest, though, from now till our next game against West Ham, which is good. That's really good for us. And with the first trophy in the bag for us already this season, the Carabao Cup, we're top of the Premier League. We're facing West Ham right here in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League, where we will face City in the quarterfinals of that one. I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but the quadruple is within reach for us this season. Heavily rotated starting 11, of course. Wong Yudong leading the line. I saw something earlier on then, Souček hanging up his boots at the end of this season. Mateusz Fernandes, it's in one of the players in midfield for them. They've got Somerville playing from the left wing as well. 2 players who have been scouted by a lot of teams this season. It's crazy, isn't it, that West Ham have still managed to keep hold of the likes of Somerville and Mateusz Fernandes. I mean, Manchester United heavily linked to both players right now. PSG exactly the same as well. There must be good players, isn't it? When quality teams are looking, especially PSG, and when Campus, the PSG sporting director, looks at a player, you usually know there's some sort of quality in that player. He's a very good football man, sporting director, of course. He's built so many teams, Campos, but who knows? We will see what happens with the pair of those. But Luka, that's down the other end. Bayuku, who was an assist specialist for us last season, lost his place in the starting 11 this season to Collins, but he's rolled it back to last season when he was getting assists for fun. But look who was there to score his second goal since his return from injury. It is Kieran Morgan with a sensational finish there, his second goal in the FA Cup this season. That's very easy. And how easy was it to break West Ham down to get that first goal? We've looked comfortable in possession in this game. Oh, that's nice there. Shimorish goes past his man on the outside. Ding cross to the far side to Clayton Taylor. But he just couldn't direct his header on target there. We've looked very comfortable in this game. Some of the players in the West Ham team I cannot even recognize. And trust me, I watch a lot of football, and there isn't too many players in your top 5 leagues that I'm not aware of. But for some reason, this West Ham team, there could be regions maybe, but I don't think they're regions. I think the signings that West Ham have made is offside there. That would have been some excellent build-up. The little quick triangle that we had there to create that chance. But look at that again, Kuchi. I have no idea who that is. I thought he was going to switch the play out wide to Somerville. Not that time, but they do make the switch now. It's been the live wire for West Ham in this game. He's the only player that I've thought if West Ham would get a goal in this game, it's going to have to come from Somerville. But not enough time to see that happen. The early goal in the first half was enough to secure the 1-0 victory against Antonio Conte's West Ham. It was a comfortable game at the end, not too many clear-cut chances created. West Ham more of a possession team in this game compared to what I've seen facing them in the past, but we go through to the next round. Well, lads, there is a little bit of a change of plans here. We were supposed to be facing Liverpool and then Arsenal, but with the Champions League draw, it means we're facing Manchester City, the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League, before the Liverpool game, and the Arsenal game have been pushed back to after the second leg of the Manchester City game in the Champions League. But look at those next 4 games. City twice, Liverpool and Arsenal. That is going to test our squad depth here, isn't it? We're ready, though, to go into the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals here. City are a fantastic side, as we know that. I think recent history have shown that. I mean, the games that we have faced against them, they have won a lot more against us than we have won against them, as you'd expect. But what gives me confidence is that they're not having the best of season. They're 4th right now in the Premier League. But saying that, they have only lost 4 games this season in the Premier League, which makes them, and which puts them second best in the division after ourselves. The problem with them is they are drawing way too many games right now. You just hope we're facing them in one of those days where they're having a little bit of a quiet game and we can take advantage of that. But come on, the Trotters. Tell you what, I've noticed something which I think it's a really cool feature in this year's FC. Maybe it's just my imagination, but for the last 2 seasons, I'm beginning to notice that. Let me know if you've noticed the same thing as well. I think the team style of play is more dependent on the manager, given the fact that the managers do change on this year's FC. I mean, looking at our side of the draw there, the winner of our tie will go on to face the winner of the Atletico Madrid and Liverpool side of that tie, which is, it's quite a good place to be in, because the other side, you either face a Barcelona or a PSG or a Bayern Munich. Those are the teams you want to try and avoid, to be honest. Kusanov at the back, they've got Reinders, Gonzalez, and playing as the centre defensive midfielder for them, Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland, and Ryan Cherky as their forward 3. But going back to what I was talking about earlier on, I said at the end of the West Ham game that West Ham looked more of a possession-based team. No surprise the fact that they've got Antonio Conte. He's not a possession-based manager, but my point is a much more controlled, structural, rigid manager compared to what I've experienced with West Ham in the past. And even the other example is it's Arsenal. When the first few times we faced Arsenal, they had Arteta. It was so much difficult to create chances against them. But now they have got Vincent Kompany. The games against Arsenal feel a lot more open-ended, and both teams tend to create a lot of chances. Big save there from Donnarumma earlier on. Tell you what, if City keep allowing us to create chances as we did about 10 minutes ago into the game, we might just have a good game here against them. Again, City have got Eddie Howe. They play completely different to when they had Pep Guardiola, which this is a good news for us, by the way. I would much prefer coming up against Eddie Howe compared to facing Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. It felt like he opened up there for Nelson Viper to whip one to that far corner, but he just couldn't get it right. We are creating chances, which is the most important part of this game, I'm sure. Oh, that's lovely there from Sigor. Sigor plays in from Bommel. Nelson Viper makes the run. Nelson Viper goes for the near post. Another big save from Donnarumma. I tell you what, I've seen enough in this first half to think if we continue like this in the second half and City do not improve, there's nothing to say we couldn't go on and get 1 or 2 goals in the second half. But the first half finishes 0-0. positive from us, both defensively, offensively, and as well in terms of keeping our shape and not letting them play through our midfield quite easy. We saw some positive in that first half. And the first half comes to an end, and it's 0-0 so far. City are becoming a lot more aggressive in the second half. Nothing to show for it. I don't think they've had a shot so far in this game, by the way, Manchester City, which is incredible. 75-minute play. But they have looked more in control in the second half. The goalkeeper is going to get there first. It looked like that was going to be a fantastic through ball to Ryan Cherky, but the goalkeeper gets there first. Ruben Van Bommel, I've got some space here to drive into. We're going to try and cut into his right foot. Ruben Van Bommel! Oh my goodness. That is an unorthodox finish as well, because if you look at this again, he's actually gone with the outside of his weaker left foot, which is incredible. That was some finish, you know. Take a look at this again. It's different from the goal he scored against Dortmund in the first leg of that tie, where he smashed it home with his stronger foot. But look at that. I mean, he's had to improvise there because the defender was going to get there. He's just gone with the outside of his weaker foot. That is one of the best goals we've scored this season in the Champions League. Ruben Van Bommel, the Dutchman, puts us in front here. What a time to score as well in the 80th minute. Can we do enough? Can we just do enough to retain this 1-0 advantage and take it to the Toughsheet Community Stadium? Substitutions here. The likes of Lloyd Yandel coming on to give us fresh legs for the remaining 10 minutes. Oh, come on, City. You know they're going to try and go down the other end and show what they're capable of. It's Wilson Esbrand with a cross, excellent defending on the far post, and all of a sudden they're beginning to whip crosses into the box. Ryan Cherky, yet another cross. Erling Haaland attacks that one. That, by the way, is Manchester City's first shots in this game, and it took them 89 minutes for that to happen. And Phil Foden coming on to replace Reinders in midfield. I don't think he's going to have enough time to impact this game. We just have to keep hold of the ball now if we can. 89-minute play. No pressure to get it forward quicker. That's a good ball to Simoish. Simoish over the top to Nelson Viper. Oh, Nelson Viper makes it 2-0. His 8th goal of the Champions League this season in 10 appearances. It shows why he's one of the best strikers in the world right now. I mean, chances like that, it's just his bread and butter, isn't it? 1-0, taking the 1-0 advantage could have been great, but 2-0 even better now. Taking that to the Toughsheet Community Stadium. Can we progress to the next round after the second leg? What a finish that was. Oh my goodness. I told you maybe it was a good idea to face Manchester City in the quarterfinals as opposed to any of those other teams that we saw. Liverpool would have been my next choice, to be honest, given the fact that we've had a lot of good results against Liverpool in the past. But it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter. I'm choking right now, full of excitement. Oh my goodness, I need to take a deep breath. But it's a 2-0 victory, this one. We will take that into the second leg. Goals from Ruben Van Bommel and Nelson Viper. And up next here for us then, it's Liverpool in the Premier League. It feels like we haven't played a Premier League game for a long time. Certainly the first one in today's episode. 36 goals so far for Nelson Viper this season. Joins Premier League record, by the way, with Erling Haaland. The most goals scored in a Premier League season. He needs one more to break that record. Liverpool right now in the top 4, you would think they would have what it takes to remain in that top 4. They've got Krupi there, I can see, from one of those players, right? And Gravenberch is in there. They've still got McAllister, but we've gone with Owen Goodmans in goal. Hughes and Gomez as our 2 centre-backs. We've got Simoish and Morgan in midfield. We've got Clayton Taylor, Nelson Viper, and Lloyd Yandel as our forward 3. Liverpool, of course, is Mamadashvili in goal, William Saliba and Gomez. They've got Gravenberch, they've got Robinson and McAllister as the 2 box-to-box midfielders. And Florian Wirtz there. They've gone with 2 up front, Krupi being one of those players for them. I mean, I'm not quite sure why they signed Kvaratskhelia, who is right now on the bench for them. By the way, over the top here to Bayuku. We know his quality is going down the other end. It's a big save from Mamadashvili. Nelson Viper coming close to breaking that record. What could have been his 37th Premier League goal, but good save from the goalkeeper. Oh, that's been cleared. What a chance that was from a corner as well. Going back to Kvaratskhelia, I'm not sure why Liverpool signed him. They don't play with wingers, which is a strange signing for them. The way they're set up to play the diamond in midfield with the two strikers. It's crazy. Oh, just squared out one from Clayton Taylor. It's the first one. Nice and easy. 18 minutes into the game. I mean, it's Liverpool are one of those. In terms of the teams that we face in the top six, right? You think about the traditional top 6 teams: City, Liverpool, Manchester United. You've got, say, Chelsea and Tottenham in there. Liverpool, for some reason, are the easiest of the teams to face in this year's FC. I mean, as well as we're playing right now, one thing I have also noticed from previous FCs, this is one of the most easier FCs. In terms of, if you understand tactics of the game, if you're inclined to the tactical side of the game, I mean, you find it easy. Even on ultimate difficulties, I do play on. It's quite easy on this year's FC to break down the AI, which in previous FCs it takes me time to get to a position to build a team that you're capable of winning the Premier League with. But for some reason, it's much more easier this season. Charlie Hughes was that, or maybe that was Gomez, the other centre-back, winning a crucial header. But since we scored that goal, it's been all Liverpool asking the questions right now. Another save from Owen Goodman's in goal, and Bayuku manages to get that one cleared. That's a good ball to the feet of Clayton Taylor. First time to Morgan. Nice combination. I thought Thierry Small was going to continue that run. He makes the underlapping run this time. Decides not to go for the cross. Now to the inside to show how Simoish, who plays in Lloyd Yandel, makes it his 4th Premier League goal of the season. Now that's too easy. That is too easy. His 4th goal in 18 appearances this season. Even when we have to rest players like Van Bommel and Philip Bungard. I mean, players like Clayton Taylor come on, Lloyd Yandel come on, Simoish comes on in midfield, and we just look the same. There's no sort of change in tempo or drop in form. Or I mean, we've built a fantastic team here. You know, it doesn't matter who plays. We play with the same idea, the same identity. Kvaratskhelia coming on now. I mean, even Kvaratskhelia coming on, he comes on to play as one of the strikers, which I'm sure he can play that position. He's one of the best players in the world, right? I was so excited in that deadline day when Liverpool signed him, given that it's one more quality addition coming into the Premier League, coming into a top team to make it a lot more competitive. But now, oh, that's another good save. But looking back at that signing, and seeing how Liverpool line up again, the signing just doesn't make sense. They play with 2 strikers. They don't play with wingers. So what's the point of bringing in a player of this quality when you cannot get him to play in his best position? But over the top here to Nelson Viper. You can just tell I've tried my best in this game to get him to break that record. He's looking for that 37th Premier League goal. But it's just not happening right now. He's missed 1 or 2 chances in this game, which normally he would bury those chances. Substitutions here then. Yandel, Gomez and Thierry Small are being replaced by Wang Yudong, one of the players coming on, and Rodriguez coming on as well. I mean, it's just fresh legs, isn't it? Some of these players are going to be part of the returning leg of that Champions League tie against Manchester City, which will be in the next episode. So you want to try and keep them fresh. That's the idea anyway. Wang Yudong has done so well there. I think that was, I'm not quite sure. It's going to be it here. Yeah, it's going to be it. Referee calls it a day. I mean, I want to say comfortable win for us. The scoreline suggests so. But Liverpool did create a lot of chances, especially in the second half, especially after conceding the first goal. But it just wasn't to be their day. We go on to keep the clean sheet, which is always positive for the team, the morale, the defenders, the goalkeeper. And we move on to the next one. It's only a matter of time, isn't it? It's only a matter of time before we get there. We're getting closer and closer to our second Premier League title with Bolton Wanderers. We're 15 points clear of Manchester City, who have played a game more. Chelsea, however, have got 2 games in hand on City and a game in hand on ourselves. And we are 18 points clear of Chelsea in 3rd place right now, and you've got Liverpool in 4th on 63 points. Chelsea are probably the most danger for us right now. I mean, we were about 15, 16 points clear of 2nd place last season, but somehow couldn't win a game in the last 5, and that gap continued to close down. Hopefully, it's not the same this season. We can wrap it up as soon as we can, but we've got 7 games for us to play from now until the Premier League season. We only picked up 82 points last season, if I'm not mistaken, and we are just 1 point shy of that already with 7 games to go. Arsenal are in 5th. You've got Newcastle, Palace, Aston Villa, Sunderland, Everton, and all in the top 10 there. Manchester United still outside of the top 10. The bottom 3 still remains: Sheffield United, West Ham, and Brentford. I mean, Bournemouth are not safe. Burnley, Fulham, Brighton are not safe at this stage of the season. Still a long way to go, though, from now until we get there. But we will leave this one to the next episode, the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. We're 2-0 up from the first leg. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. See you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.